movie opens up to a car driving, and there is an accident that takes the life of the parents of this little girl named Ebiere. This it caused a turning point in her life. Today we are looking at Bethsheba's stitches. 20 years later, she's now a very successful tailor. But there's a problem. This is Doye and his brother Timmy. Doye is complaining bitterly on how Taylor have disappointed him and he needs a good tailor ASAP. So he meets Ebiere and then they discuss. He told her on how he needs this clothes ASAP, most in 3 days, that he has a wedding to attend and he does not want to disappoint his friend because his tailor had disappointed him also. She encouraged him and told him that, oh, that is a small thing, we can do it for you, just that you are going to pay more money. And he was like, there's no problem, as long as I can get what I need. Tina said, oh yeah, come, let's have your measurement. So they went inside for the measurement. Just as leaving, he met Ebiere's friend, Ebiere halfway. She was so excited to see him. She was like, who is that fine handcrafted god man? Who is that fine handcrafted prince? She was so excited. And Ebiere was like, he's my client. And she was like, did you see his abs? He's so dreamy. And Ebiere was like, married woman. Just now, you already seen his app. She was like, did you take his number? Did he have his name? Tell me, tell me, tell me. She was like, I don't know. He's just my client. He want me to make a dress for him. I'm sure my receptionist will have his name since she has to send him an invoice. He came in after 3 days for a clothes. He liked it. He was so pleased. He praised her and her worker that they did a great job. While he was still talking, he noticed a picture on the wall and he was like, are these your grandparents? She says, no, they are parents. And he's like, wow, I thought they were your grandparents because of how old the picture looked. Oh, now I get it. You learned sewing from your mom. At this point, her mood changed. She's like, no, my parents died a long time ago. He noticed that her mood had changed and he had to apologize. She also apologized for her outburst. Then he asked her if he can take her out for dinner to apologize properly. She laughed and was like, oh, I know this cope. You get me upset, you get me angry, you step on my toes, and then you ask me out for dinner. Well, my answer is no. I was like, what kind of girl is this one? Anyway, we'll meet again. He later came to our shop after some days and he was asking to see her, but our receptionist wouldn't let him in. She came out and she was asking what is going on here, and he told her that her receptionist doesn't want him to come in, that he wants to see her. She said she's occupied, and he said he wants her to make a dress for his mom. And he wants to go to the village and he wants to see his mom, so he wants her to make a dress for his mom. She said one of her staff can do the dress for him. She said no, that he wants her to make the dress for his mom. So let her allowed him to come into her office so they can discuss the design and payment. While they were inside, he was not asking her questions different from what he came for. He was asking her questions because he had noticed, he's a very observant man, he had noticed that she was uptight, but he knew within himself that she was the ninth person. But she refused to answer him. She wasn't comfortable with the discussion. She just wanted to discuss business with him and nothing more. She tried to walk her, but he stopped her. And he was like trying to tell her, so you should be free and speak to me. She went home and she was discussing with her friends. Her friend was like, oh, you were talking to a man? Tell us now. Who is he? What does he do? She said he's a marine biologist. And they were like, wow, a marine biologist. People should leave the single market too. The market, there's nothing left in the market. All the career man have left. They were very excited that she met someone. She's like, no, 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 no. Take a ship, you guys. Nothing happened. It's just a client. It's just a customer. Simple. And he wants me to make a dress for his mom. There's nothing more to it. There's nothing more to him. And you are talking about him. And you are glowing. One of her friends was now asking, is he fine? Talk, 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 talk. What are you guys saying? You guys should go back to the food that you were cooking. And go and dish the food, please. I'm hungry. Go and dish the food, please. What are you guys even saying? The next day, he came to our doorstep and was like, I was worried about you yesterday. You're not feeling too well. I just came to check up on you. She said, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. And I said, oh, I'm just going to the lab and I can drop you up if you don't mind. She refused at first, but later she now agreed. He went to the house to wait for her. They got to our workplace. She thanked him and she was like, "Thank you very much. I didn't realize you're a gentleman." He was like, "Oh, there's no problem. Well, I will leave my mom's clothes earlier than proposed because I need to get to the village for the festival so I can give her the clothes." She said, "No problem." Now, may I ask, where are you from? He said, "Kuluba." Ah, I'm from the same village. Oh, apparently the both of them are from the same village. They were so excited. So he said, "Let me invite you now. You should come to the village and enjoy some fresh food, fresh fish, fresh air." She's like, "No, I'm not coming." Although my grandma have been telling me to come. She have been calling me for a very long time to come visit her, but I can't come. He was still insisting that she should come. She's like, "Nah, I don't need any kind of feeling trip right now." Well, thank you for the ride. I appreciate. She said no. He was like, "No problem, but my offer is still open. Allow me to host you in my village." "You want to host me in my own village?" One of her friends have come to see her in the shop, and she was telling her friend on how her grandma had been telling her to come to the village, and she's scared that something bad will happen to her very soon. Her friend was trying to encourage her, telling her about God, and she said she does not believe in God. Her friend is like, "I believe in God, and you believe in me, so in extension, you are covered." She also told her friend on how Doye is inviting her to come to the village for a festival, and her friend was excited. "Tell him that we will come." "How? Who is we?" She said she will come, that she wants to come to the village, to her village. She wants to see things. She wants to enjoy herself. She wants to explore. Maybe she can find a man also for herself. She was like, "Oh, you're always thinking about man." She was like, is it Ubona that we like before?" And they laughed it off. After much persuasion from her friends, she agreed to go with Doye to the village. Her friends were happy when they saw him. Shade was like, "Your face looks familiar." But she was like, "Never mind though. I am Shade, our one and only best friend." Then the other girl was like, "Oh, I'm Ebiere, our other best friend." They introduced themselves to him happily. They were so excited. Ebiere tried to explain why she will not be able to go with them because she's married and she has kids to take care of. He understands her and he was very happy for her as well. Disclaimer: this recap is for educational purposes only and is not meant to replace the movie, neither should it discourage you from watching the complete original motion picture. Spoilers ahead. Ebiere got to the village and she was very excited to see her grandma. Her grandma was so happy. She was so happy. She said, "Welcome, my pikin. Welcome, my pikin. Oh, you have grown up." She was like, "Mama, I miss you." She was so happy to see each other. It was very emotional for the both of them. Ebiere introduced her friends to her grandma, and Mama was like, "All of you should come inside, come inside." They said he has to go. She asked him about his parents. He told her apparently she knows his parents also, and she sends her regards to them. Only before her parents go, memories come flooding. Ebiere feels sad. This is how her story changed. This is what have traumatized her all her life for the past 20 years. This is why she doesn't believe in God, because God did not answer her when she needed him most. A friend comes to console her. Today is talking to his mom and his mom started talking about the girl he brought. He was like, which girl? Because he did not remember telling her about any girl. Well, his brother Timmy had already told his mom about the girl he came home with. He told her where the girl is from. And the mother was like, I know her. I know her mother. I even know her grandma. Her grandma was the one that delivered you. He was very excited. The mother said, "Oh yeah, now let's go and pay her bride price." He's like, "No, mama, we are not even dating, so not talk of getting married immediately." His mother tried to convince him, but he said, "Don't worry, mama, I will do it my way. I will take my time." His mom was still very happy. At least her son has found someone that he wants to marry. But she was not satisfied with the fact that he wants to do it this way. She wanted to do it the old way, the way it was done in their culture. Where you just say woman you like, you you pick her up, then later you go and pay the bride price to her family. On the first day of the festival, Doyo went with his mom to Ebiere's house to see her. When the mom saw Shade, her friend, she thought Shade was the one. She was now praising her that she's beautiful. Joy told her that no, she's not the one. Then later, Ebiere comes out and she said, "Oh, this is the person." And she was like, "Oh, she's beautiful." And she even looked like her mom. Ebiere greeted her, said, "Welcome, Mama." And she was very excited. She was very pleased with what she saw. Ebiere grandmoms comes out and they both went inside to discuss happily. They got to the venue of the festival where Timmy was already waiting for them. He said he already kept a spot for them, a good spot for them where they can see what is happening. Shade introduced himself to him. He said he would take them to the place where they can see very well. There was swimming and there was canoe race. It was a very nice event for them. They enjoyed themselves. While they were going home, the girls took a different path from the boys. And Timmy was like, I see you guy. And Toy was like, oh, you see that girl? I'll marry her before I leave. Usually, Remy was like, oh, this is the festival spirit that is talking from me. But anyway, can you not feel the chemistry between us? Science student. They were very excited. They came home and grandma was telling them about how Ebiere mother was a very good swimmer as a child. Ebiere wasn't going very well with this story. She was sad. This seems like this brought back a childhood trauma, so she left. The second day of the festival, we see Shade dancing happily with the dancer. She was so excited. Everybody was watching, clapping, enjoying themselves. They had other activities like wrestling, both female wrestling and male wrestling. Even Doye wrestled with one of the villagers, and of course, he won. The next morning, the two girls went out for sightseeing, where they met Doye and his dad fishing. Doye was very excited to see them. Him and Ebiere went out to talk alone, while Shade returned asking his dad about her friend, and his dad showed her the two lovebirds where they were together, holding hands and kissing. She brought out that phone to video as evidence to show to Ebiere. So the very nice ambience. The place was so cool and calm. They talked for a while and then they kissed. Dare returned home with his brother, and his parents were not teasing him about the girl he was kissing at the waterside. His father was like, "You swallowed the girl lips." And his father was like, "You can go and marry that girl. Go and marry her before it's too late, before somebody else will see her." His brother was like, "Oh, somebody that already vowed that is going to pay this girl bride price before they leave the village." They were all happy and laughing. Ibiere got home that day and she was not feeling so well. She was feeling sick. Oh, she was having a menstrual cramp actually. And her grandma decided to help her. Doye came that same day from with his family, but he came alone to her room with a plate of pepper soup for her to make her feel better. She drank it and he told her how he felt, how he liked her, how he was in love with her, and she said it was mutual. He said they should go and make their intention known to everybody, and she was like, "There's no need to be in a hurry." They were happy. They went out to the riverside to discuss. But they was like, "This river is sacred." They said we should not, it's not good for someone that is seeing their period. Ibe is like, "No, I don't believe in all those things. Those are fallacy. It does not make sense. Please, I don't believe in all those things, please. There's nothing this river can do, it's just water. And I'm not going to go into this water because it's so dirty." Toye was still trying to tell her so they would just go up and stay away from the river at least because she was seeing her period. She's like, nothing will happen, nothing will happen. Her friend came, her friend was still saying the same thing Doye was saying, that she should leave the river because she's not supposed to come to the river since she's seen her period. She did not believe them. Though it's their tradition, but she did not believe in any kind of tradition or faith. On their way home, she started feeling pains. She was like, "Don't worry, I'll be fine." They were like, "Let me take you home. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I can go alone." The woman said, "Okay, let me take you to my house. At least my house is not far away." They got to Doye's house and Doye's mom saw her. She was worried. She touched her. Then she asked some question. Did she enter into the water? They said no, she was just outside. Was she seeing her period? They say yes, she's seen her period. And the mother was alarmed. "Oh, this is bad or it's not good. Go and call her grandma. Go and call her grandma." Doye went to call the grandma, but the priestess came and she said, "A baby has defied the river." As she was seeing her period, she was not supposed to go to the river or anywhere close to the river. A baby said she did not know. The priestess said that they had to do some sacrifice to appease the river goddess, else something bad will happen to her. The grandma decided to go to do the sacrifice. She went to the priestess to discuss with her, pleading with her to talk to the river goddess, not to let her daughter die. The priestess said the daughter has only 3 days to live. She has to do those rituals, else she will die in 3 days. and the ritual does not guarantee that she's going to survive everything. Mama goes to do the ritual that was expected of her. Ebiere was not getting better. Shade was sad. Mama was sad. Even Doye was sad. He had no option at this point but to call on God. He cried and he prayed to call on God. Mama goes back to the priestess to ask her why her daughter was not getting better. Even after she had done the ritual, the priestess said that it's not in her power to make the daughters get better, that everything will be better if the gods want her to get better. Doye prayed, Doye cried, asking God not to let her die. Of course, she did not believe in him, but she knows that she's a good person and she deserves a second chance. And if mom come to talk to him, that moment he decided to rush her to go and meet her in her house. At that the same time, something strange was happening at where Ebiere was lying down. She was now rolling, she was now jerking up, and then she fell down. She died. She later appeared in a very isolated area where there was just fire around her and she was hearing a voice. She was scared at first. She was calling out for Doye, but then she heard a voice speaking to her, and this voice was the voice of God. The voice told her how she had left him. So she was now saying that when she needed him most, he did not come for her, he did not answer her prayers. So why would she serve him? God spoke to her and he told her that even when she thought she was not there, that he was here with her. All this brought her back to God. He gave her his hand and she took his hand and she followed him. Doye was still very unhappy. He felt he has lost her. He rolled her hand. He prayed for her. He prayed for her, asking God to help her, to God to please give her a second chance. As he was praying, her fingers started shaking. Her fingers were shaking. Since this is the third day, and everybody have already given up that she is dead already, because according to the tradition, after the 3 days or in the third day, she's going to die. Her fingers continued shaking as he left the room. Everybody was sad. Everybody around was sad and crying that they have lost Ebiere. Even her grandma was very sad and she was also crying. This is how the movie comes to an end. This is a movie that you will love. This movie explores a lot of emotion, talking about trauma, betrayal, love, culture, tradition, belief. You need to see this movie showing at Bethsheba TV on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more movie recaps like this.